Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. The MiSTer, the gift that just keeps on giving, and yes guys, the MiSTer is king. Well, we now have an update for the Taito F2 core, and now we have more games working. Well, this is the game that we're looking at here, and this is the new edition that's working on here. It's definitely one of the games that I was most looking forward to releasing and becoming playable on this core. I mean, it was kind of playable before it booted up, but there was all like artifacts and the graphics weren't quite there, but they are there now. Now, this game here is called PuLiRuLa, almost like you're pulling a ruler. There's the title screen, PuLiRuLa. Go pull a ruler. Don't pull a ruler, play this game instead. So let's put a credit in. I'm going to play this real time. So guys, there's going to be two halves to this video. The first half, we're going to have a look at this game. We'll talk a little bit about this game because it really is fantastic. Honestly, if Studio Ghibli were to make a beat 'em up, someone said, you know what, Studio Ghibli people, here's some money, go make a beat 'em up or give like these developers the art direction. I think this is what Studio Ghibli would have come out with. So the first half of the video, we're going to look at this game, and yeah, what a game to have a look at. I mean, I appreciate this game. I played this on like the Sega Saturn on a collection, so that's what we're going to be doing here. It is wacky, it is absolutely glorious. And in the second half of the video, guys, I'm going to show you how to actually install this core. Cowabunga, let's go down the sewer. Who turned down the lights? And there you go. There's a copper all passed out. So if you want to get this and the other Taito F2 games that are available to play on your MiSTer FPGA right now, I am going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to show you a very easy way that you can get this up and running for yourself. This is a wacky game. As well as that, we've got Liquid Kids, we've got Dino Rex, Final Blow, Gun Frontier. There's a whole heap of games that are available for this. There's still more games that will be working in the near future, but it's well worth trying out now. So if you're someone that just runs Update Tool and doesn't want to install stuff manually, this might be time. This might be the time to pop your cherry, guys. So let Pixel Cherry Ninja pop your cherry. I always find that funny. I find it funny that he jumps up a ladder instead of climbing up there. Now, I don't know if there's an issue with the colors here. I don't remember the Saturn version having colors like that. But I want to do a special in this because the special in this really is special. Should I call it a super? Your special move, your super move. It is good. And wow, look at the core there, guys. We've got the reflections down there and they are looking good. Now, I'm colorblind. I'm very bad with colors, but I don't remember the colors on the Saturn version looking like this. There's a crazy special that you can do where this guy jumps out of a microwave inside well, he's wearing a nappy and he jumps out from a microwave. How do we do the special? Is it 2 buttons or have we got a dedicated button? Also, what's really cool with this core, let's see if we can do a special first. No? Is there a third button somewhere? No, maybe I haven't configured it right. Okay. Let's check something out on the fly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter the menu and I'm going to go to save state. So Alt and F1, or you can just choose it from the menu, and save state is working. Let me just quickly check the buttons, guys, because this is a video on the fly. So, there you go. The magic button, jump button. Okay, start, coin. Okay, pause. Okay, I don't know what SS. Oh, save state. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, maybe I've mashed up all the buttons now. Okay, I have mashed up all the buttons. Okay, so there is definitely a way of doing a special in here. Not exactly sure how to do it. Maybe there's an issue with a config. Can't remember if it was 2 buttons together. I am definitely trying 2 buttons together and it's not quite doing it. What's interesting over here, let's go back into menu and let's go restore state. There you go, and as soon as I've pressed it, we have reached that part again. So save states work. Do we need them in arcade games? Well, not really. It's not something I'm going to be using, but I'm always an advocate for choices, quality of life improvements, and this is something that we're getting here. The core developer behind this, I don't think I've mentioned them yet, but it is Wickerwaka. We know him for the IRM stuff, and now he's moved over to Taito. Absolutely superb. What a great system to bring over, and it's bringing in these quality of life improvements. And I know some people that maybe get to a certain part in an arcade game and don't want to just leave it, right? So they can create a save state and they can come back to it later. So it's definitely a welcome addition. Not something I'll tell you the reason I won't use it. I would prefer save states on like consoles, right, or computers even. But as far as arcade games go, like they are pick up and play for me. I play a lot of arcade games because, you know, if I've only got like 20 minutes to play a game or I'm in bed, I'll take like the Analog Pocket. I can't wait for a MiSTer handheld so I can take that to bed, or, you know, Steam Deck, whatever the heck I want, and I can have a quick blast for 15-20 minutes. So for me, the save states aren't so necessary, but I have to say I do like the fact that when I play the Steam Deck, you know, when you're playing EMU Deck and you exit your game and when you go back and all of a sudden it starts you there, it is quite handy. So guys, this is PuLiRuLa. Let's have a look at the next part of the game. It's such a beautiful looking game. Oh, this is where it gets wacky. You need to see this. I think this is where other people come in. Has something gone on here? Okay, I feel like there's sprites missing here. Now remember, this is still a work in progress core. We are checking this stuff. A lot of the games do work phenomenally well. They work amazingly well, but there's an issue here. Now it could be I could go for a reset and try again, and it could work. There was previously when I was playing Don, the title screen went out a little bit, and yeah, when I done like a hard kind of reboot, it all kind of came back in. So what I'm going to do now quickly is I'm going to go to restore state, and wow, okay, that's kind of crashed it. Okay guys, so let me go into the tutorial. Let me give it a reset and close OSD, and hopefully it will bring us back to the title. But this is what you get in work in progress scores. It could be if I run it again, I may not have this experience. You may not have this experience. Again, work in progress stuff. So if you do want to get this up and running for yourself, a lot of the stuff runs really well on it. I know Final Blow runs amazingly well. Dino Rex, Liquid Kids run really well for me. So did Don. So it's completely up to you if you want to try it. Let's go ahead and do that tutorial and show you guys how to get this up and running for yourself. For anyone still here, guys, I'm really glad you're here. So before I show you how to install it, I'm just going to teach you exactly the kind of file structure the MiSTer FPGA uses. And what I may do in the future, I may refer you guys back to this video because I get asked a lot of questions. How do I install a core? So rather than lots and lots of separate videos about them, what I could do is I could just refer you to this video and say, look, watch this, apply the principle to whatever core we're talking about in the future. So in regard to this is an arcade core. So on your MiSTer, you've got a folder called _arcade. Now, any folder on the root of the MiSTer's SD card, sorry, this is the root of my MiSTer's SD card. This here's my downloads folder at the top. So any folder on the root that starts with an underscore will be visible on the menu. Any folder without an underscore, like this one here, cheats, won't be visible on your MiSTer's OSD, right? So we're going to see arcade. So the arcade folder you're going to see, if you want it to be visible, it has to have that underscore on there, right? But if we go into arcades now, and then we go into cores, all cores are .rbf. So any core on the MiSTer, whether it's an arcade core or whether we go into computer, every computer core is a .rbf. Every console we go into is a .rbf. Sorry, I've got different files in here, but a .rbf is essentially what a core is. Arcade cores work with MRA files. So if we go back into the arcade, we've got lots and lots of files that are .mra. So those are the ones that they kind of get the games working, right? I won't tell you the magic behind them. I'm just telling you what you need. And as well as that, you need the actual game. So for example, now, if we just look at this one, 4D Warriors, if I'm going to open it and open it with like a notepad or some kind of word reader. So what this MRA file is doing, it's looking for a ROM. Now on here we should see something saying set name. Where is it? Here we go, down here. So set name. So the corresponding ROM that you need, the main ROM that you need, is this one over here. So which is 4D Warrior. So 4D WARRIO. Now this is just an example. So if we then go back to the root of the MiSTer's micro SD card, if we go into our games folder and then into our main folder, right? Okay, so we should have that ROM in there. That's how the game's working, and it should be along here somewhere. Where is it? Here we go. 4D WARRIO. And that's important because when we install this core manually, we need to add the ROMs manually. It's not available via Update Tool. So Update Tool isn't going to fetch the ROM for you. So there's a couple of different ways of going about it. So let me just bring up my browser. So first of all, let's have a look at the MiSTer FPGA Discord. Discord. So on the MiSTer FPGA Discord, if you're not a member, I'll leave an invite link in the description of this video. Check it out, join there, and when you join there, you want to go over to MiSTer Cores and Arcade Taito F2 System. When you go there, head over to pins, and the pins will take you to the latest version of the core. Now, I don't think the one that came out earlier today has been compiled and posted on there, because today is the 29th and the version of the core that's available there was released on the 15th. So it's a couple of weeks old. No doubt it will be on there soon. So that's where you would get the latest version of the core for. Usually it comes with the MRA files as well, and naturally you would need to put the ROMs on there yourself. But what someone has done over on my Discord, I'll leave an invite link to it. So big shout out to Funky Coach. They've actually put together a package that makes all of this very, very easy to do. So all you need to do is, yeah, I'll leave a link to this exact post. If you're not a member of my Discord, then join that one. Completely up to you how you get it. I'll always recommend going to the MiSTer FPGA Discord first, but at this moment in time, it's not there at the moment. So feel free to use my Discord, but always join the MiSTer Discord. MiSTer Discord is awesome. A lot of information on there about MiSTer, a very, very friendly place to hang out. So let's click that link over here. That's going to initiate, well, some kind of download here. Let's just accept it for now. And wow, I haven't got the option to change the language, but I imagine, oh, here we go. That's the download symbol here. And hopefully, yeah, there you go. That's downloading. Absolutely superb. So we have downloaded that. Let me now minimize this. Okay, so that's what we've downloaded, F2 release candidate. So what I'm going to do now is from a downloads folder, I am just going to go 7-zip and I'm going to extract files. Okay, so let's extract these. And that was very, very quick. That has now extracted. So what Funky Coach has done with this download is he's made it super easy. So right now, all you pretty much need to do is drag and drop this stuff in the right places. So all the MRA files, let's just, let's highlight all of them. So let's just, here we go. So that's all the MRA files. Let's right click and copy. So what you can do then, let's go to the root of our MiSTer's, oops, sorry. Let's go to the root of our MiSTer's SD card. And remember the arcade folder, if we go in here, arcade, and look, all our MRA files are in here. So what we can do now is, it's up to you how you want to do it. I would say, because this is currently a work in progress core, rather than putting it in your main folder, maybe make a folder here. And remember, if you want it to show up on your home screen, at least this is the way I like doing it. So start it with an underscore. That's important, otherwise it won't show up. So I'll just call it Taito F2 vid test. Okay, just Taito F2 vid test, because we are doing it for the purpose of this video. And here we go, we've got that over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap all the MRA files in here. Here you go, just going to drag and drop them in here, and that's going to copy them over. Shouldn't take too long. Here you go, that is done. What we're going to do after that is, oh, sorry, back into that folder again. There's alternative MRAs. So having like different versions on there. So, you know, games have like different regional variants, etc., different languages, or maybe slightly different versions. So what we do is, with the alternatives folder, we're just going to drag that into the folder we've created, the underscore Taito F2 vid test, right? That's, yeah, that's going to go in there. Okay, so that's one part done. Now let's have a look at the cores folder. So what we want to do with cores is this Taito F2 one, we want to go into the arcade folder and the cores folder, and we want to copy that in here, drag and drop it. I've already got it on here, so I'm going to get the thing, you know, do I want to replace the file in the destination? Why not? For the sake of the video, let's just quickly replace that. Okay, so we have now replaced that, and that's pretty much it, right? So we've got the alternatives on there. We have now put the core in the folder, and we've got it nice and tidy, right? Because when this core is released via update tool, it will kind of go into your normal cores like which is all these ones over here. But for now, I want to keep them in a separate place. I mean, I've kind of got them already, but we've created a video, or we've created a folder for the sake of this video, and we'll run it after to make sure that it's working. So remember what I said about the ROMs. So the ROMs that you need, you're going to have to find those yourself. I can't help you with that, but I'm using, like, I can't remember if it's MAME 270 or something, and that works fine. I used to use MAME 0.260 and that ran perfectly fine, like no issues with it. So let's start with a ROM. So let's say PuLiRuLa, we want to get that working for now. So what we are going to do is we are just going to open that with Notepad, WordPad, whatever you want, and then we're going to look for set name. So within your MAME, you are going to look for something called, it's actually called PuLiRuLa. It's not always the same name. It's never always that fortunate. Sometimes it's an abbreviation of the name, and sometimes it can be something a little bit too different. So that's what we need to find. So once you find it, once you find that file, you find that MAME zip, what you want to do then, guys, is you want to make sure that that is in your, so the root of the MiSTer SD card. We're going to games, we go into MAME, and when we're in MAME, I've already got it on here. And there you go. So I've got it in here, PuLiRuLa. So you need to add the ROMs yourself. You need to do that for every single game in there. So every single one that you're seeing here, the MRAs that you've put on there. Usually what's really good though is once you put the main ones on there, the alternative ROMs usually work with the main ROM that you put on there. So however many games we've got here, all these MRA files, just find the corresponding ROM that you need. You know, open it up, look at set name, and add that MAME ROM into games and in MAME, and that's it. So let's go ahead over to our MiSTer FPGA and let's try and boot up a game from the new folder we created, and we'll find out if this tutorial actually worked. We are back on the MiSTer FPGA, and let's go over to arcade, and here you go. That's the video that we created. Remember the underscore, I keep saying it, underscore is important if you want it to show up on your, you know, in your MiSTer's menu on the OSD. So we've got Taito F2 vid test. Let's now go ahead and press that. There you go. We've got the alternatives folder. We've got alternative versions of all the other games. It's nice and tidy for now. Everything is in one place. So let's go ahead and run a game. Let's go with PuLiRuLa because that's on the thumbnail. That's like the main thing here. So let's go ahead and load that. And I really hope this works because I've done the tutorial and I've ran this. And if it doesn't run, it's going to be embarrassing. And I'm probably going to have to do the video again, but I don't have to because it has worked. Okay, guys, it's a bit of a long video. We looked at the game at the beginning. I went through that tutorial and I wanted to teach you a little bit about the MiSTer's file structure. So, you know, next time you see a .rbf, an MRA, you're not necessarily scared. So I do hope you found this video helpful. Massive shout out to Wickerwaka. Massive shout out to Funky Coachice for like giving us like an easy version with everything there, just you know, kind of put on there. A big shout out to everyone in the MiSTer community. Lots of people on the MiSTer FPGA Discord make this stuff easy for us to compile and this stuff easy for us to kind of get our hands on. Can't wait for this to reach up their tool, and if that's how you're going to play your games, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Play your games in that manner. But if you can't, you know, if you really want to get involved in this and you want to try it out, you want to do some testing, you want to report some bugs and whatnot, then try and install stuff manually. And the way that I showed you where you created a separate folder, everything's within that folder, so you haven't got lots of you haven't got an untidy MiSTer with duplicates and lots of other stuff on there. You've restricted everything to a specific folder. But anyway, guys, kind of quick video here. I definitely wanted to do that tutorial because I have been asked multiple times about it, and hey, once in a while I do listen. Anyway, be freaking awesome to one another. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out, and yeah, time to pulley that ruler.